Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do a review of the Savior Heat heated gloves that you're looking at right here. Okay, so just as a heads up, Savior Heat, they went ahead and sent me these gloves to go ahead and do a real quick review on them. So I'm not being paid for this review at all. However, my opinions hopefully will help you make the best possible purchasing decision. Okay, so these are really cool gloves. I've already done a little test on them. So I did take them out of the box. I wanted to make sure that they worked and that they were, reliable and whatnot. And they are. They seem to be very reliable. So what you're going to get basically is I'll show you before we get to the gloves. You're going to get it in a box like this, and it's going to be sealed up. All right. This flap is actually magnetic, so it's kind of fancy, but I'm not sure if that's a whole reasoning behind that. But it's sealed and magnetic, and then when you open it up, you're going to be getting two batteries. You're going to be getting a charger with the actual ports that you would use to go ahead and charge the batteries. And then, of course, obviously, you're going to get a wall charger. If you got a USB, I guess, capable wall charger like I do, you just plug that USB in directly into the wall charger. But you get these batteries. You get two batteries, one for the left and one for the right hand, all right? And as you can see, there are some two charging ports that are right there when you get this. Now, when you take this out of the box, you're going to want to definitely charge this, and you want to charge it for about 4 hours. I actually let it charge for about for overnight. So I had it overnight. There is a light that is actually on here that will tell you whenever it's fully charged. It'll show up green. When it's red, it shows that it's charging. But I just went ahead and I did it overnight, and these are fully charged. All right. So that's what you got here. I didn't use this, but you can use this actual plug if you want. And then, of course, you're going to get the actual gloves themselves. Now, the gloves themselves are really great material. I was actually very surprised by how great of material they are. Okay. They got on the fingertips, they got like the ability for you to have these fingertips so you can scroll on your phone. So you know how like in those winter months, you want to scroll on your phone if your hands are really cold and you're wearing gloves. Well, this will allow you to go ahead and scroll on your phone if you happen to be using your phone. All right. Then on the palm of the actual glove is like a rubber. It's like, I don't know if you call it like, it's like a rubber grip of some sort. This is actually to help you keep, to grasp onto things. All right. So that's kind of cool. Another cool thing about these gloves is that you can make sure that you don't lose the gloves. Excuse me. So there's a clip right here that you can go ahead and clip, and then you lose the glove. They stay together like that, and then of course you just unclip them as well. All right. Now on top of that, you're going to go ahead and get right here. It's going to be like a little zipper compartment. And this is where the battery is going to be. So it's a zipper compartment right there, and this is actually on the wrist and the bottom part of the wrist right here. So it would go on the bottom part of the wrist. So that's where the battery is going to go. If you unzip it and you pull out the string, it's going to come with a string that's really not a string. It's actually, that's where the port is to plug in the battery. So we're going to go ahead and plug in a battery, and then we're going to just go ahead and store this right on inside that little compartment. And then we will zip it back up, and then we'll give it a whirl. Okay. Now, a couple things about this glove is that, like I said, you're going to charge it. Give it about 4 hours to charge. But then whenever you're using it, there's going to be a certain amount of time you can use these. All right. So I can't remember exactly what the instructions said. But basically, you can use this on a high setting. You're going to get 3 settings on it. You're going to get high, medium, and low. And I think if you're using this on a high setting, it will last up to, I think, a couple of hours or something like that. So that's pretty impressive for, the battery life that you're going to be using. But if you're just like, need a medium setting of heat on your hands just to keep them a little bit warm, not burning up or anything like that. Obviously the battery life is going to last a lot longer. Okay. So that's just as a heads up, read the instructions. That's going to be very important. Then on the back right here, on the back of your hand, this is going to be the on button. So if you can kind of see, if I can bring it on in, if I long hold it, you can see that it turns red right there. So that's going to be the high setting. If I go ahead and I press it once, it'll go to the medium setting. Press it again, it'll go to the low setting. And then it'll go back to the high setting. All right. So then you long press it and you can turn it off again. So that's how that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run this and put this through the test. And we'll put this on my hand right now. And I'll just kind of show you where it's going to get it warm. All right. One thing that I would recommend is that you go ahead and you tie this up right here. You can tie this part up so that the bottom part of the glove actually is closing off any air that's going to be coming in to the glove itself. All right. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and long press this. And when this starts to heat up, which I was very impressed when I did start it up for the first time, obviously there's some type of element that's in here, but you can actually move just like it's a regular glove. It's like there's not going to be any restrictions. So this would be perfect if you're on a motorcycle ride, you're working outside, you're skiing, you're hunting. I don't know what you could be doing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you lift weights outside. I don't know. Maybe you could use these for weightlifting. I don't know. But either way, these are going to keep your hands from getting cold. All right. Now I can already feel it. It does have on the outside right here on the back side of my hand. This is where it's going to be heating the most. All right. Actually, this is the only place it's going to be heating. So it's going to be heating on the back side of your hand. There is no heat that is going to be on the palm of your hand. It's only going to be on the back side of your hand, which is going to go ahead and keep you warm. And as this continues to warm up your hand, you can feel the entire inside of the glove getting warm. Okay. So the elements are going to run around the edges of your fingers. It's going to go around here, and then it's going to come right around the back side of your hand. And you can keep this on for as long as you want. Now, I do know that in the instructions, they said something like, you can have this turned on. It's going to turn on high, and it'll be on high for like, I can't remember. It was something like 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, it goes down to medium. And then, so you're not like really cooking your hand up. All right. And then if you want to go back into high, you would just go ahead and you would just depress the button to go ahead and get it back up to that high section. So maybe you're in a climate where it's really cold and you really want some heat on your hand. This is where it would go. But yeah, so you're going to get 2 of them. Obviously, another battery for the back of this glove. This will really come in handy on those cold winter days when you need to work outside or you're going somewhere, maybe you're skiing, and they will work out really well. Make sure you check the instructions to see how long the battery life will last on each and every different setting. But other than that, I hope this review helps you out. Enjoy.